guys, it's Arielle here from Fix My Books, and today we are going to be talking about what are CRA installment payments. So first things first, not everyone needs to make an installment payment. So if you owe $3,000 or less, you do not need to make installment payments. So number two, if you do need to pay installment payments, you will get a worksheet from the CRA. So the worksheet will look something like this. This is an actual real worksheet. I've just taken out all the details, and you can see here it says exactly when they want this payment to be made, how much you should pay them, etc. If you have your tax preparer or accountant, they should be providing this to you at the end of the year when you file your taxes to know how much you need to make installment payments for the next year. Okay, so what are installment payments actually? So installment payments are basically like you are prepaying your tax owing at the end of the year. So instead of owing, let's say, $10,000 as of April 30th, you are going to make 4 quarterly installment payments of $2,500 each. So it adds up to the same amount, right? $10,000 for the year, but they would like you to make these smaller payments throughout the year. And this is kind of because they assume that you are not going to be able to pay off your large tax bill in one go. So it's kind of like insurance that at least they're getting some payments from you. Okay. So just so you know, if you don't make the installment payments like they want, like in the schedule, you will get charged installment penalties and interest. So you can be charged penalties and interest for the installment payments if you are, number 1, required to pay these installment payments. Number 2, receive an installment reminder that shows the amount to pay. Number 3, you did not make any of your installment payments paid late or paid less than what you had to pay. So they can charge you penalties and interest. So I personally find this very unfair, as I feel that the CRA is treating you as if you cannot pay your taxes at the end of the year, right? They don't know that. Number 3, I think that this also strangles your cash flow in your business, as cash has to go out every quarter to the CRA to make these installment payments, even if you don't owe the taxes yet, right? So the taxes, you only owe them once you file your return. So they don't even know how much you owe, but they are asking you to make these installment payments already on like the figures you had from last year. So this happened to someone I know where they made really, really good money the first year. And so the CRA asked them to make installment payments. The next year, they didn't make as much money. So everything that they had to prepay the CRA, they ended up not even having to pay the CRA any tax that year because they already overpaid their taxes because of the installment payments. So let's say 2020, they paid the taxes, and then 2021, they were asked to make installment payments based on what they owed in 2020. But in 2021, they didn't have a good year. So they overpaid their taxes. They didn't need to pay any more, right? Because they already paid the installment. And then there were still basically like overpayment left over from 2021 that they didn't have to pay any taxes for 2022. So you're thinking, okay, that's not that bad because like they'll credit it towards the next year. But you have to understand that's your money that the CRA is taking, that you don't even owe the taxes for that. And what happens when you overpay? They don't give you the money back. They just credit it towards the next year. So that's why I've seen situations like that, and that's why I really don't like the CRA making people pay installment payments, because technically you don't even owe that money yet, right? You haven't filed anything. They don't know how much you owe. They're just estimating it. I understand that a lot of people may not be responsible enough, you know, with their business that they save money for taxes at the end of the year. I get that. And that's probably why the CRA is asking people to make installment payments. However, like what happens when you're in that situation where when you've prepaid your tax and you've overpaid so much that you don't need to pay anything for the next 2 years? But that's your cash, and you have to understand they're holding on to your cash. Like if you had that cash in your bank account and you put it into, let's say, a guaranteed investment certificate, at the bank at 5% interest per year, your cash can be working for you, earning you interest instead of sitting with the CRA. That's my 2 cents about it. I personally don't like it. The CRA requires you to do it, so you just have to comply or they will charge you penalties and interest. Yeah, that's it. That's all about penalties and interest. So if you would like me to do a video on how to calculate your installment payments, because again, this is just what are installment payments. So if you'd like me to do a video on how to calculate your installment payments, let me know and I can do a video on that. It's really easy. You just have to sign into your CRA My Business account. So if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you always get notified whenever I upload new videos to my YouTube channel. And once again, this is Arielle from Fix My Books, helping you fix your books.